Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at New Hampshire for the 28th race of the season. Quick look down qualifying. And right back on up. Going to be a very interesting day today. Pace car in, Toad Warrior on pole, and the green flag is out to kick off the GEICO 301. The 60 getting to an early lead. KSS not wanting to give it up. He knows what he has to do. All or nothing for the 43 team, but being stuck on the high side is not going to help. Jake, Ringo, side by side. Just trying to get some positions here. Take it nice and easy early on. The front of the pack kind of being a bit more organized in mid-pack, I'd say. You can really see the urgency back there. Just outside the top 10. Frosty to Otter, Misty Viper, Frosty Wusky. Three drivers who really need a good run to try to battle each other. And it looks like the 43 got away for second up there. Oh no, Racer coming back on the inside. With Ben McDonald up there, it's going to just create a nightmare situation. And you really want to get down, get away, but you just can't. Corner exit, really important. 43 might not have what he needs there. So far, it's been all Toad. All Toad all day. It's only been 4 laps. Any dominant car could run up and take it. Ben McDonald among them. The 16 looking strong early on, rising up to second. See, the double file back here still isn't going away. Jake got put up on the wrong side of the tracks here. He's stuck in a fight. Tiger Man having a position on the 77 is, it looks like he just isn't running well. The 11 got him too. So maybe, like, 77 has good insurance coming into this race, but they just need to get the car going the right direction because it's not. RS Fast and 11 and Zent's round out the top 10. Krugmeyer, another one of those drivers in the danger zone. Just needing to get the position. See, outbraking the 23. Just trying to run high and get around on exit. It is so difficult with higher stakes. See, the 23 is fine with the win at Nashville. Just going to be a complete cruise, so to speak. Hyperdrive back in 13th. See Eastlamp sending it around, getting a lot of entry, but going to sacrifice exit to Team Duke in the 84. See Misty Viper has kind of backslid a little bit, not really doing so well. Just trying to fight to stay inside the top 20. And Austin Scott and Seto just behind. There are a couple playoff drivers who are really in the bag trying to climb early. Logan has poor qualifying, but he's making his way up. So he should be AO fine, but Mizzou is the one I'm really worried about. Deep in traffic, just kind of boxed off, nowhere to go, just kind of hopeless for the 78 team. And that brings us back to the front. Toad Warrior, who is already got into a surprising lead. Ben McDonald not wanting to let that get away too much. As the rest of the top 10 could be battling here. Ringo and Jeff both in the top 5 looking for a good run. 43, just playing the long game, I guess. You can't really win the race going into turn 1. Got to play out all the laps as we complete lap 10 of 75. It's going to be a long one. Yeah, which particular lane you want to use is so important. New Hampshire, you want to go. It looks like they're trying to hit the middle between the two dotted white lines to carry speed and get decent cornering as well. They don't really drop particularly low. And the higher lane is kind of just, if you're getting past, you just stay up there. Jake settled into a groove, 8th place right now. It's been a very calm round of 16. We had no major incidents at Euro Speedway and then a green-to-green race at Nashville. We are looking calm and collected here as Jake trying the outside for a position. I mean, it's good to always seek out new lanes, seeing what Jake could do, as he has given this fight to the 11. Love to see it, if it can work, but it looks like the 43 there might not give Jake a hole to climb in. And it looks like he's backing off down the front stretch, and he's going to get behind the 11 now. The 11 might try something low in the 43. Not going to go for it. Kind of knowing 150 braking zones. So you have plenty of opportunities, but as we roll on, they'll become less and less as time goes on. Everyone back to hyperdrive, rounding out the top 10. Jake making up a spot. Guy only got the 11. RS Fast and 11 just kind of chilling back in 13th place. Doing what he does best, just chilling out. Ben McDonald's trying to close that gap on Toad. It looks like drivers trying to get past the 11 as well. CS Fast and 11 not in the playoffs this season. And the drivers around him are playoff drivers trying to get by just to milk that position. CS Fast and 11, the only non-playoff driver in the top 10. In fact, we have to go all the way back to Zentz to find the next one. At 12th. But if you're the 6, like how much patience do you have right now? You gotta be just. It's just so frustrating being in a line, wanting to make a move, but knowing that you can't really get anything started. The 33 is making a pass. And I think KSSBSS up there. He could be one getting past sooner rather than later. CS Fast and 11. It's hyperdrive down low. That's the 33. Oh, actually, the 11 wants to switch it up. Go for some out braking. See what can happen. They get really close at the line. I think Jake's move of getting so high on the outside actually gets him to separate there. So that's definitely a strategy. Hyperdrive trying to keep it close on the inside and duel off the corner and fill on exit. So there are several ways to get by here. Even the 6 making the move. So that puts the 11 car back down to 10th. 71 sees a lot of points in front of him. He's 1-1 to take advantage of it. 17, Zentz is applying the pressure all over the back. A lot of very close moments coming to light here. But take a look up front. Toad Warrior is starting to really not be in pace as Ben McDonald has been systematically closing the gap. I think the 60 needs to get it back in gear. This is looking like a very interesting mind game going to be played. Because you can have a faster car, but if they're taking the only good lane around the track, then you're going to have to put in even more effort than what you've already had been doing. So maybe that's the conundrum that Ben finds himself in. Just like, all right, where do I go now? And if he loses ground, like he might be doing now, that could be a problem. Because the 60 is not planning on pulling over anytime soon. That time, the gap actually grew a bit. A couple tenths there. Ben might have a couple tenths here. Just rolling so good here. I think gonna have to try something going into 1. All over the back. That's the problem with being all over the back on middle of the corner. You can't get a good exit like that. So that leaves Ben with no options going into turn 3. I think he's going to have to try to get alongside on entry, not just roll up to the back. Look at this. It's something. Ben going slightly higher through turns 1 and 2. That's going to give him exit speed. There they go, down into 3. One going to try and outbrake the other. Now Toad has to try a higher line. But it's going to keep the momentum going for the 60. So Ben just needs to kind of regroup here mentally. Whereas that 31 is not looking good. He's only really found himself in 18th right now, and there's plenty of traffic around him. I think the 23 of RS Fast and 11 may not have as fast a car as he's wanting to have, as everybody is racing each other here. Ben kind of fall off a lot that lap. Misty Viper really stuck in traffic. I mean, if it's not Eastlamp giving him hell, then the 99s might be looking for a pass as well. 84 Team Duke really stuck up in traffic as well. As you see, Logan has returned to the top 25. That's a good run for that team. They just need to be good enough to not completely be terrible, and they've accomplished that. Currently in the 24th position. Big gap back to a next car behind Logan. All the way back to Landon. Now Team Duke getting shuffled on the outside. Could be rough. But the 31 team, they might be 2 cents short of $1 at this point, which would be another round of first round elimination. A fate that Misty has been trying to avoid for so long. As Ben and Toad continue their run. Let's see some here. No one's really pitted yet. Everyone's staying out. Not sure how much longer they'll go. Let's look at the 43 car. Yeah, CS71 now up in the top 10. CS Fast and Lemon's fallen out entirely. Hyperdrive has been given its slow battles. Just what he needs to do to go one position at a time. Jake sitting 6. I think they're trying to get to the halfway point before they make their stop. As, yeah, the top 2 are just so much faster than the others at this stage. Once again, Hyperdrive getting a pretty aggressive pass on Jake. As that's going to be a first round of pitters coming in this time. Toad pitted. Ben stayed out. Yeah, Ben stayed out. Toad in. So Ben's going to lead a lap. We're wondering how far he's going to go to stay on track. Ben going another lap. Racer coming in. Now pit road's a busy place. The 16. Now where's the 60? The 60's just come out. Now Ben in this time. 71. The 24 and the 9. And the 31. And a couple others back there as well. 20, 42. Yeah, watch out. Eastlamp in. That's the 13 just running where he is. Here comes Ben McDonald on pit exit this time. Where's the 60 car? Pretty far back. I think Ben might actually have a case for staying out front now. As now Ben has seized the lead. Toad second. Jeff third. Racer fourth. Hyperdrive fifth. Looking at the rest of the top 10, you can see the 71 benefited a lot. The 6 is there. The 66 had a good pit stop when it mattered. That might be one to save the season. Now everybody's got good stuff. Back to good old racing. Oh, we got lap traffic. Dirtman 5, Darkest Presence are both creating a very difficult wall here for Ben to break. Ben's probably screaming over the radio, blue flags, blue flags, blue flags! But at the very least, he could make a suboptimal lane work because he's got better car. Dirtman 5, Darkest Presence both going a lap down. Toad Warriors caught those two. Ben has Gammateers in front of him. 22 team just trying to look to finish the season. Gamma gets a little bit high. That's going to be the opening Ben needs to pass. Meanwhile, Darkest Presence has given Toad a ravaging here as Tiger Man in third, looking to get there, have something to say. That 62 is kicking Toad's ass. And the 34, this battle is dropping hot right now. Just a nudge or a push is something that this team just desperately needs to do here. Yeah, just slide up on exit, have something. Ben McDonald is getting away a bit. BS Fast and 11, Spock, the Puff. As long as the 62 is doing God's work here, that's just going to be great for Ben. Kind of tragic for everyone else. Racer and Hyper rounding out the top 5. They're just sitting great so far. But BS Fast and 11 up into the outside wall. He gets up out of the way as Ben continues his assault. The 34 Tiger Man figures something out, getting around that 62. And I think Toad Warrior finally getting sick of it, just kind of just following Jeff, letting him do all the work. The 13 car, running 38th right now. Puffin 37th. A lot of these lower tier fantasy drivers. The lowest running playoff driver right now is Team Duke in the 28th position. Had a very underwhelming race. Same can go for Seto, as the 54 just has not been able to have good runs. Just underwhelming. As Ben is passing him. Tiger Man, second place, looking for another win to hang on his wall. The defending champion always has a good run. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes the defending champion has a hangover and completely shits the bed, but that's besides the point. Now, the 66 hanging on by a thread here. I think we did see him running 5th. Now he dropped a few spots. Now with 6 being ahead, that's going to cause some complications. The 66 cannot lose the spot to the 71. That is absolute code red territory for the 66 team and their chances. Oh, whoa, Queso and Travis Scott getting into it. That's dangerous, just in front of our leaders as well. Ben McDonald does not want to see that. Ben McDonald passing the puff to put him a lap down. With the 50 cars, got a little bit of racing in them. These lap traffic. Just trying to get him out of the fucking way. The 51 and 3. And then they got a big group here. Tank Gunner, Fred Jones, Billy Mays, and Jerry. It's a whole pack of them. I think what Ben looking for is he's wondering what's going to happen late here in the going. The 3, just kind of minding his P's and Q's right now. As this lap traffic has allowed Tiger Man to slowly reel in, but now he's got to deal with drivers like the Puff. $34 and $16. And Travis Scott is giving Ben a headache of a time right now. He's not going to take it anymore. The 3 given that position, but the 34 is there as well. Like, look at this. This is second place. Past the 16 for the lead. But you've got about half a dozen lap cars all right in front of you. So what's it going to be? He goes low. The 34 and 16 fighting for it. On exit, Ben McDonald not giving it up. It is very rough here, sledding. I remember seeing some good races here. And one thing I want to make note of, 66, it's code red right now, with 71 getting by. Absolutely not what this team wants to see right now. Just trying to keep the lights on. But god damn it, it just might not be enough. But 9 coming with. Can't really beat a man while he's down. But it heats up. When the lights are brightest, you need to be at your best. And the outside lane might actually save here if he can play his cards right. The 71 being held off. But the thing about that might save the 66, well, we'll get back to that. We thought we had a battle for the lead, but they're catching lap traffic. Actually, we'll show the leaders, but we'll show it on the scoreboard. The 8 car might actually be not enough. If he's run 13th position, that could save the 66. And with the number 31 also running pretty far back, who knows where they'll finish in points. It's a mystery to behold. Another point I want to make, the 43 teams falling back. They will be missing the next round at this rate. as the circus of lap traffic all in line here. Star leading them off in 29th. And they're battling each other, but the leaders are just trying to slice through. 36 Billy Mays. Gets put up high. Does Jeff? I'm not sure Jeff has a plan right now. Like, how far back is third? Toad Warriors just caught BS Fast in 11. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've lost count. And with Ben getting away, the 41 up high. So now Fred Jones out there is the last of the lap traffic to pass. I think everyone's still on track. Am I right? Oh, 77. What happened here? Chalk it up to an unscheduled pit stop for Jake. Now he's running last. That's certainly something for this team. But with the points they have, they should be fine. Back to Ben. Just with 30 cars in the lead lap, all the way to Jerry. I mean, if you're a veteran whose skills are slowly deteriorating, you don't go out with a bang. You just kind of slowly get used up until you get forgotten. The 4 of Jerry seeing his old ride still in his prime. Honestly, kind of a heartbreaking sight, but it's just the nature of racing here. Tiger Man taking the assault to Ben as this continues. Toad Warriors within 2 seconds, but that might not be enough. Hyperdrive has a good piece, but I mean, it's been green all day, so it just never really broke his way, unfortunately. Fred Jones goes a lap down. Next car to go a lap down will be Joe Mama in 28th. But there's plenty of green track in front of the 2 leaders. So this might play out the advantage to Ben. Joe Mama, Iris, Racing Fan, and Seto all in a line. Side by side for the lead. Are they both using up all their stuff, just trying to battle with each other? Jeff did not lead that lap. It was 1/1000th of a second. Not really sure if that means anything to Jeff because he's already locked in, but hey, he's going to lead this lap unless Ben does something really stupid. And Tiger Man gets to take one for himself. 10 to go. Ben McDonald, does he have enough stuff? I mean, I'm looking at him. The 16 team. I think with where they pitted, they might not have the best things anymore. They used it up. It's gone. There's a 34's race to lose at this point. And no matter, and he's giving it his all. He is like foot down, pedal to the metal. Check back in the 8 team. 13th, they're kind of out there for 13th, but now the lap traffic has gotten back to these guys and they're racing around it. That could be the difference between the 66 living free or dying hard. The 6 car as well, stuck in a hole that they can't really get out of. So just trying to make the most of it. Gotten down low. That's a good start. Ben now 1 second behind Jeff. Yeah, that's 77. He's still last by a pretty significant margin as well. Second to last place is pretty far up the track. So it might not get to him in time to make up any ground. 6 to go. Toad in third. Now you see him. He's with the traffic. A driver who surprisingly has been doing fine with the lap traffic, RS Fast 11, has moved up to fourth. As we got some pitters now. This might be the splash and go that some drivers. It's just gas and go at this point. Remember, they pitted just before halfway, so they might not have enough. 34 Tiger Man. He's in. Ben stays out. Who's the next driver on the lead lap? Hyperdrive and Frosty Wusky. They're staying out, but they're many seconds behind Ben. Staying out could shake it up because Ben can take it very easy right now. He has got such a lead. And I think he's going to exercise his might on the field here, both strategy and pace. Hyper comes in. The 71. This is the break that this team needed. They're second place right now. And if they can go make the rounds and stay the distance, they'll be just fine. A traditional points battle coming to an absolute shake-up on fuel mileage. And Ben, the master of the day, is taking it to the field. 2 to go. See Hyperdrive exiting there, RS Fast 11. He's 1 down. There are a few drivers who are flipping points today. 71, look at this melee down the backstretch here. There's several cars trying to make it work. White flag for Ben McDonnell. He has the speed. He has the strategy. He has everything that he could have ever wanted. The 16 team has dominated on all fronts and is reasserting their might in the playoff bracket going forward. In the round of 12, he'll make his name known with a win to close off the round of 16 at New Hampshire. RS Fast 11 with a 7th place finish. You know who else? 71 bagged a great finish. The 9. The 42 out here with a good run. GEICO with a top 10 finish. Not bad for the fantasy drivers. A smorgasbord of differing drivers coming in with finishes good, finishes bad. Jake was even able to get a 23rd because he pitted and was able to just run good with his stuff. 6 cars in the lead lap and 5 of them on the good strategy there. Now we're going to have to sort out the points from this one. This is going to be a doozy and a half. That is all for this race. We will see you next time. Take care.